This is 6-foot combo guard Timothy Young, little brother to the NBA's Trey Young. Timothy's a jack of all trades. He does a lot of things at a high level, making him a versatile basketball player. If you leave him open, he's gonna knock down the triple. After all, his last name is Young. Timothy's a big guard, so he's able to do a lot of things around the rim, and he rebounds at a very high level. He's got great IQ and anticipation on the defensive end, which allows him to play in the passing lanes. On top of being a good finisher in transition, this allows him to convert for easy buckets. Timothy's already one of the top prospects in the country, and he's only in the 7th grade. This is 6'4", 8th grade point guard Aiden Diggs from Arizona, and he's regarded as the #1 player in the class of 2028. I haven't really seen this combination of size, skill, athleticism, IQ, and motor. I would dare say he's pretty much a perfect basketball player. Aiden is a proficient scorer. Off the dribble, he's very dynamic. He can get to the rim and finish above the defense. He dunks the ball on a regular basis. His mid-range game is almost pro-like. He uses fakes and pivots to make the defense do whatever he wants. Turnaround jump shot, bump fade, his bag is very deep. He's a high-level playmaker getting downhill who sees the court and can find mismatches. He's money from the 3 and can create his own shot. A lot of times at this age, high-level players don't have a motor. Can't say that about Aiden. He plays both ends of the floor. This might be the best 8th grader I've ever filmed. 5-star prospect Trey Johnson made his high school debut last night with Link Prep, and he showed a preview of what he's going to be able to do at the next level. Incredible length that will cause problems on the defensive end, and the ability to stretch the floor with elite level shooting, whether it's catch and shoot or off the dribble. He's a true 3-level scorer with access to mid-range tools. And he possesses elite athleticism, which I believe is highly underrated. Trey is still undecided about his college choice. 24/7 Sports believes Baylor in Texas is leading the pack. How are y'all feeling about the 4th-ranked prospect in high school? Meet 7th grader DJ Hunter, who resides in Nevada and is one of the shiftiest and toughest guards in the country. It doesn't take long to see this kid's passion and heart on the floor. The kid doesn't like to lose and is absolutely fearless. If you've been following middle school hoops, you know that DJ's been lighting it up this season. His combination of skill and athleticism make it practically impossible to stay in front of him. He's got access to a ton of different footworks around the rim, from Euro steps to slow steps. He can finish with both hands, and he can play off of fakes and pivots. He's one of a handful of middle schoolers with a profound mid-range pull-up, meaning he's a threat anytime he has a ball in his hands. And because he can shoot the 3 ball, he's considered to be a true 3-level scorer in his class. I predict that DJ will be one of the faces of West Coast basketball. This is Daris Acup Jr., the EYBL Scholastic League's leading scorer at 22.7 points a game. Daris is a 6'2" point guard from Detroit, Michigan, currently playing for IMG Academy. He's a consensus 5-star point guard with all major sites ranking him as the #1 or #2 point guard in the class of 2025. He's the real deal. He's got a pro handle which allows him to get anywhere and do anything on the floor, paired with his great core vision. He's #4 in assists per game in the EYBL at 5 per game. Acup is an elite level shooter who you can't leave open. He can operate in the mid-range with a deep bag of moves to create space as well. He's very crafty when getting downhill and can finish with both hands as well as through contact. He currently has over 20 Division I offers from schools like Kentucky, Michigan, Kansas, and Houston. Last summer, playing 17s on the EYBL, he averaged 20 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds, going from unranked to ranked. 5'9" Brody Robinson might pound for pound be the toughest player in all of JUCO basketball. At the Rocky Mountain Jamboree, Garden City took on Eastern Arizona and one of the top prospects in the country, Rayshawn Seamster. And there were a ton of coaches in attendance. Seamster started off hot, making 2 consecutive drives to the basket before checking out. Then Brody took over. He started making big plays on both ends of the ball, finding teammates and finding gaps for himself to get to the rim. Then he got hot. He went 5 for 5 from the 3-point line. This is one of the best shooting performances that weekend. And it didn't stop there. Brody then proceeded to drop a defender and hit another 3. The gym was going crazy. Then he goes full court, splits 2 defenders, and drops a dime while falling down. What a play. Transition goes up for the and one finish. Pretty impressive considering he was the smallest player on the court. Brody Robinson is originally from Houston, Texas. Coming out of high school, he signed to play basketball at Chattanooga his freshman year, where he played 30 games. Now he's in Garden City in Kansas. He currently holds one offer from Fresno State. So what do y'all think? How are we feeling about
this? Is five-star McKenzie Randol, and she had two huge back-to-back performances at the Nike Hoop Fest at Duncanville High School, including a 26-12 performance against DeSoto High School. McKenzie is currently ranked 21 according to ESPN, and she showed off the full bag this weekend. Multiple triples showing that she's got range and she's a constant threat. Speed with the ball in her hand that allows her to get to the rim, and a 6-foot athletic frame that allows her to finish through contact. The daughter of NBA All-Star Xander Pugsley has narrowed her college decision between three schools: Notre Dame, Louisville, and Michigan State. And she's helping Sierra Canyon remain as a top national program this season.
This is 11-year-old Xander Pugsley from Ohio, and he's not your typical 11-year-old. Some of the moves we watched him make on defenders were absolutely incredible. We had the opportunity to check out Xander this past weekend at the Coast to Coast season premiere in Dallas, Texas, and he put on an absolute show. His level of intensity and skill are not something that you typically see at this age. First, Xander is incredibly fast. He might be the fastest 11-year-old with a basketball in his hand in the country. He was making moves around defenders, and it made him look like they weren't even trying. Then there's his ability to finish around the basket, going at this top speed. He was finishing through contact and around trees. Step backs, floaters. It's astonishing to see how good kids are getting at a younger and younger age. One of the games we filmed, Xander outscored the entire other team by himself. I think it's safe to say that he's not your average 11-year-old. This may have been one of the best 8th grade basketball games ever. Last season, Coach Brian of Palestine Westwood scheduled an extra crosstown rivalry game, and his son Kavon Bryant dropped 60. From the tip-off, he got straight to work. First play of the game, he got a steal and finished on the other end. At this point, I knew it was going to be a special night. Next possession, he forces a turnover. Then the ref restarts the game. Apparently, both teams were going the wrong direction. Scores back 0-0. Kavon starts going on a tear, hitting multiple step-back threes back-to-back, looking like baby Dame. But this was a high-level basketball game, and they weren't just going to let him score. The double team started. He grabs an inbound and shoots another step-back three over two more defenders. The other team starts to make a push and starts hitting shots. But it wasn't enough. Kavon was hitting shot after shot after shot. Check out this transition Euro bump. Corner three, two defenders, no biggie. 60-point performance and the dub. Full game on YouTube, TheoVisuals. This JUCO basketball game had over 10 Division I transfers. Salt Lake City took on South Plains College at the Rocky Mountain Jamboree with tons of coaches in attendance. The game featured 6'11" Michael Falorn, who started the game off with a two-handed flush. He caught a mean body early in the game as well. He's a Division I transfer from Nevada. His teammate Jordan Battle also put coaches on notice early in the game with a series of impressive drives to the basket. The 6-foot point guard is a transfer from Utah Valley. 6'10" Ole Miss transfer Malik Ewing was the centerpiece for South Plains. He checks off a lot of boxes that coaches are looking for in a big. He was playing defense and finishing on the other end, as well as creating scoring opportunities for others. Jaylen Hanson, the 6'7" transfer from Northwestern State, also had an impressive game, including this body over a 6'11". There was so much going on this game. 6'2" Jabari McGee, the Garden City transfer, also had a solid game, including a nice Euro step in transition. I believe 6'9" Xavier Edmonds took Salt Lake over the top. His skill set and size made him a constant mismatch. In the end, Salt Lake would win 71-68. Check out the full game highlights on YouTube, TheoVisuals. This is 6'6" Dwan Gordon, starting guard for UTA. And he started off the season last night with a career-high performance, 24 points, 14 rebounds. Dwan is from Chicago, Illinois, and he's a graduate transfer from New Mexico State. He's a high-level athlete. Last night he had some impressive finishes around the basket, including a baseline drive that ended in a dunk over 2 defenders. Last season he was named to the Las Vegas Holiday Classic All-Tournament team after averaging 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals in a pair of games for San Diego and UC Irvine. He was a key factor in helping UTA start the season off 1-0 versus an impressive Earl Roberts squad.
I've never seen Bug do this on a break before. Last night, Duncanville took on Crowley at Crowley, and there was a lot of young talent on the floor. Crowley star sophomore Jaylen Germany is one of the smoothest guards in the state, and he put on a show last night. The 6'1" guard made some pretty impressive moves to the basket, including his bump euro. He got to his mid-range bag and found teammates as well. He would finish with 15 points. BJ Davis, the 6'7" combo guard, continues to shine this season. BJ is currently ranked the number 4 overall player in Texas in the class of 2025 according to Prep Hoops. He showed a lot of versatility last night, knocking down shots from outside, finishing with contact, and he was super active on the boards. BJ would also finish with 15 points. The star of the show was Caden Edwards, who finished with a game-high 23 points and connected on 5 3-pointers. He also did something I haven't seen him do on a break before.